Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, to my wonderful subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And if you've watched my video and you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're new here, please join them to subscribe, like, share my videos so you can get more videos from me. Today, I will be talking about 5 key strengths or values that you need to have if you're in your 20s or 30s. And this video is not specifically for just young people. It can be adopted by anyone on earth. But I am targeting the young people today because I feel that they are in a very sensitive area in their life, sensitive time in their life that they cannot afford to be nonchalant about. So if you're young, you're old, please sit back and listen to my videos as I share 5 key values I feel you need to adopt to be able to live a successful life on earth. So the first point I will be mentioning today, one of the key skills you need in life is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from failures. In life, you would experience failure, setbacks, disappointment, whether you are a student, you're a career professional, you are an entrepreneur, you would definitely face setbacks. But how you handle the setback, how you respond to them is very, very important in life. Okay to wish for success all your life, but sometimes it might not happen. Sometimes you put in all of your best effort, but it would not yield the desired results. You may be a student studying towards a degree or a course, and you putting in your best, you're studying, and at the same time, you're not getting the desired result. Maybe sometimes we just see that you failed the course. What would you do? If you're a business owner and you think you have a great business idea, you've borrowed money from the bank, you've gotten enough capital sufficient for your business, and it seems like the profits are not coming in, and you are almost giving up, completely giving up on your product, I want you to know that you need to be resilient. You can bounce back from failure. Perhaps you've invested your time, skill, and money into a relationship that you thought would lead to marriage, and the person has just called in to say, I am not doing anymore. And you feel depressed. You feel like that is the end of the world. I want to reassure you that that is not the end of the world. You need to be resilient. So this is peculiar to us as humans on earth. We would definitely face setbacks, failures. We definitely face issues in the journey of life. But resilience is one key skill that we need to have. Resilience is what will stop you from going into a bridge and feel like giving it all up because you feel that is the end of the world. Resilience is something that would help you to keep going in the midst of the chaos, setbacks, rejections, disappointment. Resilience is one key skill that you need to have. There is something about failure that makes you to question your self-worth, question your ability, question who you really are. But failure is not who you really are. Failure is just an event. I want you to be your greatest cheerleader, to be the one who would always be proud of yourself, irrespective of what you face in life. And you need to be resilient in life because failure would definitely happen. I remember in 2021, I put in so much effort to prepare for an exam. I read a bunch of that kind of like I was reading back to back, 24 hours round the clock. Maybe I had just few hours to myself. I was reading like I read like my life depended on it. I really wanted to pass that exam, and it was CFE. A CFE exam. If you know CFE, it's very very rigorous. But I put in my best effort. I remember when I came out of the exam hall, I was so proud of myself. Like, Esther, you did this. You did this. Like, I was so happy and I was confident, expecting, to pass. And the result came out. I failed. And when I saw the result, I was devastated. I was really, really down. But I wasn't really happy. And I felt like giving up. But I told myself, Esther, you tried. So I gave myself some, instead of letting the result get to me so badly. It got to me, I would not deny it, like it got to me because I'd already anticipated the next stage of my life after the result, the next level and what I'd planned and when I would have gotten the CFA charter. But it got to me. I was very, very down. But one thing I told myself was that, Esther, you've tried. Like I appreciated my efforts. And the difference between the result I got and not getting the result, the fact that I put in an effort. So how would I know that I would succeed if I did not try in the first place? Well, I did try, but unfortunately I failed. So sometimes you don't need to blame yourself for your misfortune or for the disappointment that you face. How would you have faced that disappointment if you had not put in an effort? So sometimes you need to give yourself some kudos, some thumbs up that you did so well, despite not getting the effort that you desire. And then after you've done that, what you can do in trying situations like this, because you definitely face rejection in life, is to sit back, to think about what you could have done differently, what resources you did not fully utilize, or what resources you need to use to become better, what people you need to meet with to help you in your journey of life. So you need to be able to bounce back from failure and not um, remain at that same level. Why do you think companies would ask you what are your key strengths? Because they want to see what you can do best, and they also ask you for your weaknesses. Remember, and so not being resilient could be a weakness because you would in your workplace you might be given a task, a project to handle a particular work, and what if you fail? What if it doesn't give you the desired result? Are you going to give up? Will you just end it all? Will you just give up or let go? Will you just throw in the towel or feel like you're nothing, bow your put your heads on the table and not talk to anyone? They want to see someone who is able to bounce back from failure, and that's supposed to be a key strength. So, guys, if you're in your 20s or 30s, that you failed the course is not the end of the world, or that you graduated with 2-2 does not mean you have lost it all. That you had a third class, in short, does not mean that you will not make it in life, because there are so many things you can do in life. That you started a business with over 10 million naira and you failed does not mean that you will live in poverty all your life. That you marry the wrong person does not mean that that is the end of the world. You can still bounce back from failure. You can still start all over again if you are ready to. So you need to be resilient. You need to have the spirit of bouncing back, of starting all over again, of starting afresh and believing that you can make it in life. So guys, be resilient. It's not easy, but you have to be determined. So resilience and being and tenacity, like, they go hand in hand. Tenacity means that you're putting in your best effort. You don't easily give up. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from failure. So you have to be tenacious. Don't easily give up on yourself. Be your greatest cheerleader. Where others are writing you off, you say, I know who I am. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stand firm, stand strong, and stay determined till I get to my desired end. So, guys, be resilient. Okay? The second skill you need if you're in your 20s or 30s is contentment. And this is so important. Contentment is about being happy with what you have, being contented, being satisfied, being comfortable with the resources you have at your disposal. And this is so important because there will always be something to desire in life. Human wants are insatiable, human desires are ever growing, ever changing, dynamic, and they will keep expanding as you grow older. But you need to be happy with what you have, where you are. You need to be comfortable with the resources that God has placed in your hands, even as you desire to get more and more wealth. Now, one thing you need to do to be able to be contented is to practice delayed gratification. Now, this is so important because sometimes the things that you desire, you can have them, but you can't have them now. Because if you have them within your means, you would suffer in the future. So you cannot be in your 20s or 30s and be competing with Beyonce or Kim Kardashian or Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, those are the big boys, or even Elon Musk. These people have made it in life and you are just starting. You may be from a humble beginning, or you were not born with a silver spoon. So you know that there is so much you can aspire for. There's so much effort you need to put in the now to get to the future that you desired. And if you were born with a silver spoon, congratulations to you. Remember that you also need to sustain that wealth, and so you have to be contented with what you have. So I'm going to paint a scenario. You have four friends. They are all using an iPhone 15 Pro Max. In fact, whenever iPhone releases a new phone, they make sure they get the latest phone. But you are just using a low grade phone that is not popularly recognized. And you feel uncomfortable whenever they bring out their phone to snap pictures. You feel like, I can't bring out my phone. My phone is nothing. And you decide to play along and you empty your bank account and you get this iPhone 15 Pro Max. 3 months down the line, your rent is due, you have no money. You go to borrow money just because you want to pay your rent, putting yourself in a very difficult and uncomfortable situation because you want to be along. That is a very unwise thing to do. So you need to practice delayed gratification. Don't be jealous of others. I know it's good to desire to drive a Ferrari, drive the latest car, live in good houses, but the time will surely come. If only you can invest your time and skills now. Invest yourself in personal development. Take some courses. In short, tech is in thing now. Data analytics, business analytics, software engineering. That money you want to use to go and buy an iPhone 15 Pro Max, save it and invest in a course, and watch yourself grow in the next 5 years to become someone will be well recognized, well appreciated, well respected, renowned all over the world. So you need to learn to be contented with what you have. If it is a very simple phone that you can afford, live there. If it's to live in a very comfortable but not popular residence or estate, live there, but keep investing in yourself. Appreciate your friends, love them from where they are, but don't be jealous, don't be envious of them. Don't um don't be competitive in the sense that whatever your friend have, you want to have it at all cost. It will drive you to make a lot of silly mistakes. If you are in your 20s or your 30s, guys, you have a lot of time you have in your hand. And I'm also speaking to myself, right? I'm learning from this as well. You have a lot of time in your hands to make that money and enjoy it. Don't be too hasty to make wealth that would suddenly drain away. Rather, commit yourself to growth by a process, growth by um, growth through a journey of learning. So don't be anxious to be the most popular person on earth. No, rather learn to grow. Allow God to train you. Be contented with what you have. You see that vacation you are expecting, you will have it. You see that car you want to drive, you will get it. But you can only get it and be able to sustain that wealth if you are contented with what you have and if you commit yourself to growth and learning and professional development. So don't be in a hurry. Be contented. Thank you. Finally, you need to embrace your uniqueness and remember that you are on a single race. You are in competition with yourself and not with others. And so, if you understand your uniqueness and understand your race, you will not be in competition with others. You will not be comparing yourself to others because they may have it going on well for them, but you don't know what is actually going on in their lives. But if you can embrace yourself, be contented with yourself, be happy for others. Remember, be happy for others, not jealous. Be happy for others. Be contented with yourself. You will go far in life. You'll be so much peaceful. You'll be having so much joy on your inside, and you'll be better productive to put in your best effort and to get your desired end. So don't be in a hurry to get to where you want to get to, but at the same time, be contented with yourself and embrace your uniqueness. Thank you. Number three value you need to have if you're in your 20s or 30s is excellence. I'm going to put it side by side with diligence. You have to be hardworking. The Bible says that he that would not work should not do it, should not eat. So you should not be expecting manna to fall down from above. You want to win the jackpot. You go play Bet Niger thinking you're gonna win 10 million. That's like quick money. No. You have to be hardworking. You have to be hardworking. Like leave no stone unturned. Be excellent, excellently driven. If there's anything committed to your heart, hand, whether you are a student now, you're studying for a course, don't wish what you see. Abba, don't say I'm going to read this page and pray that it comes out. It might not come out, and that means you will fail. So you should be excellently driven, like excellent driven. I remember when I was in school, right? When I say I'm scared of failing, and I'm saying this with every sense of humility, I'm not proud. But when I say I'm scared of failing, it's that I'm scared of getting a C. But there's some people like, well, if they just give me E like this, I'm happy. Abba, why are you wishing for E? Because you put in the effort of an E. But if you put in the effort to get an A, you will get an A. Of course, there's the God factor, but I'm saying on your own part, read. Like for someone that is a student, read. Leave no stone unturned. Go to the library. So, what are you doing in your 20s? What are you want to be pressing for? No, now. Abba, they sent you to school. So go and read. Go to the library, get resources, watch videos on YouTube, equip yourself, be excellently driven. And maybe you're not even a student, like you are working, you are a career person. Don't say I will do my best and leave the rest. Office will come, office will go. And I mean soldier come, soldier go, the office will remain. Yeah, that is true. But it doesn't take the place of you putting in your best effort and being recognized for excellence. If there is something that you can do, do it well. Whatever is placed into your heart. Imagine that it was your business that was committed to you, and would you just treat it anyhow? Will you come in by 9:30 when you're supposed to resume at 8 o'clock? No. Will you keep giving excuses every day when you have no reason to give an excuse? No. So whatever is committed to your hand, put it like let your name be known for excellence. Someone that is very hardworking, that leaves no stone unturned, that makes sure that she produces high quality work or high quality performance that is always recognized. Be excellently driven. I mean, it will cost you nothing, but it will cost you much in the sense that it's going to cost you your time, your effort, your intellect, because you have to sit down to think. But if you look at the results, the exceptional result that you deliver, that should motivate you to be happy, to to put in more effort. So if you're a young person, don't do a half-assed job. No, put in your best effort in your business, in your career, in the church, in the society, whether you're volunteering or not. Make sure that you are giving in your best, because the truth is that excellence will reward you. It might not be now, it might be in the future, it might be someone looking at you out there and you do not know, but they are seeing all your efforts. So if you have any opportunity, just wish for the best. You would only be young once. You can never be 20 forever. So now that you have the strength, you have the vigor, you have the creativity, you have the power, use it with all of your might. And definitely you will be rewarded. The fourth skill that you need, or the fourth value that you need if you're in your 20s, 30s, or any time, any age in your life, is spirituality. You need to have a strong spiritual sense, because life is spiritual. There's nothing about life that is casual, that is normal, that is natural. Life is spiritual. And you need to have a know God, know something, worship something, and that is worship God. So there's something that I found very funny in the UK. It's the fact that if you go to the bathroom, you cannot have a lukewarm water to wash your hands. It's either you have a cold water or you have a hot water. So they don't give you a room to be neutral. So, and you have to choose your battle. So if I relate that to our lives as humans, you cannot choose to just be a neutral Christian, just go to church, or be a casual person. You have to take life by force, and that means you have to be hot for God. You cannot choose to be neutral. You cannot choose to stand on a neutral ground, say, oh, you don't want to, I mean, I'm a Christian, but you don't go to church, you don't pray, you don't study your Bible, you don't worship God, you don't have that time for fellowship. No. As you climb up, as you climb higher and higher on the ladder, you'll find out that the battle is fierce, and the battle is for the strongest. There is a survival of the fittest. If you choose not to embrace that spiritual growth now, if you choose not to hold God very strongly, you might find out that you struggle at the top. So right now is the time to build your spiritual stamina, to build your spiritual strength, to build that solid relationship with God that will help you later in life. And as you grow older and you get married, you find out that your attention is divided. You have compelling interests, things that are calling for your attention just as much as yourself. You have your family, you have your spouse, you have your children, and you have your personal growth and career to also pursue. And you might find it difficult to maintain that sense of spiritual strength that you used to have. But once you've built a solid foundation at your young age, it will be easier to climb up and grow stronger at that time. So, what are you doing in your 20s or 30s? What are you doing right now? Do you know God? Do you serve God? Do you recognize that there is somebody out there that holds life, that is superior to man, that you can always cry unto? Do you know that? So this is the best time to build your spirituality, and it will help you so much in life that whenever you're depressed, whenever you're short of ideas, whenever you don't know what to do, whenever you don't know which path to take, you can always call on God, because he's the way. He knows the right path for you to. He will tell you this is the way to work in. He will tell you this is the time to pause. He will tell you this is the course I want you to take. He will tell you this is the career path that is set for you. He will give you a sense of purpose and a sense of fulfillment and a sense of joy, peace, love in your heart. And that is only for those who know God. So I am admonishing you today. I am begging you, appealing to you today. If you don't know God, please take him seriously. Study the word of God, go to church, find a community of like-minded believers who can help you grow spiritually and build yourself spiritually, because the battle out there is tough. It's not easy. And you need to hold God. You need God in every step of the way. So guys, ask God for help. And this is the best time for you to grow that spiritual strength. Thank you. Now to the final key strength that you need to have if you're in your 20s or 30s or in any age in your life, and that is networking. You need to be able to build strategic relationship in your life. You are as good as the people, as the caliber of people that you surround yourself with. So, in your journey of life, as you grow from a very tender baby to an adult, you would meet people in your neighborhood, in your church, in your school, in the society. You will meet people along the way. In the places that you visit, you'll meet people along the way. You need to be able to build strategic relationships as you grow old and as you progress in life. The people you meet in your life, what do you do to them? Do you chase them away by your bad character, bad attitude? Remember that many times, if you need to go to certain places, it is not your certificates that will help you. It is the people, the connection that you made. Just one button and everything is all right. So you are as good as the people around you. Money is a currency. So is human beings, persons, network. Your network is a currency. So one thing I need you to pay attention to is the people that you meet. So if you're privileged to work in a very good organization, leverage the people around you, leverage the relationship with your boss, with your colleagues, with people high up there. Because I mean, one thing that I even need to talk about is the fact that when you need to submit a job application, they'll ask for reference. Why? Because the people around you can testify of your character. Even in the UK, to get a house, you need references from your employer. Imagine that you are at loggerheads with your boss or people around you. Maybe they won't be able to submit a reference for you, and you don't want that to happen. So you are as good as the people around you. And it is important that you know how to leverage relationships. When you go out, you go for conferences, you go for meetings, church programs, you can build strategic relationships that will be useful for your future. Because, I mean, you don't know if you need to submit a visa application and the visa officer will be your former classmates that you were not nice to. And you'd be like, you'll be fidgeting when you get there. So the people around you are very, very important. And if you find yourself that you're surrounded by people who are not useful for your future, um, kindly deassociate yourself from them and build a solid network that will be useful for you. And also be a person of value. You should be ready to deliver value to people if you want people to deliver value to others. So one thing you need to focus on is to be able to build strategic relationships. So it's not all about making money, ignoring people about around you. You have to build a good character to be able to find good friends, and you need to be friendly. So if you're in your 20s and or 30s, leverage relationships. Be sure to have good friends or people that you can call on. You can count on when you are in need. You have something that you want to do. You can say, okay, can you help me review this? Can you help me do this? So it's important that you're not just living life like wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, go to work, you come back. No, but you have good friends around you, people you keep up with, people that you check on from time to time, and people that can always be there for you when you need them. Very, very important. So, in summary, don't throw away important people around you. And if you meet someone of value, make a good lasting impression so that whenever you need them in the future, they would be happy to help you. And that is the final point, final value you should have as a human. So let me just take a recap, take you through the journey again. The first point that I mentioned is the spirit of resilience. You should be able to bounce back from failure, be tenacious, don't easily give up. And the second point I mentioned that you need to have, second strength and value you need to have, is the spirit of contentment, to be happy and satisfied with what you have per time and aspire to grow and be more. The third point I mentioned is the spirit of excellence and diligence, to be hardworking, to leave no stone unturned, to make sure you deliver exceptional results wherever you are. And the fourth point I mentioned is to focus on your spirituality, to have a solid relationship with God and to hold Him strongly, not to be lukewarm or cold, but to be hot for Jesus. And the final point is to build a good network of people around you, which is needful for now and the future. I hope these 5 points I have mentioned today blessed you. And if there are any other key values or strengths you think that we need to have as young people, please put them in the comment section. Like my video, share my video if it has blessed you today, and subscribe to my channel. Because if you do so, you get more premium content from me, you get notifications from me when I have new videos, and you will surely be blessed. Thank you so much for listening to the end. Until next time, bye.